got questions to ask, and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky.
Hello, everyone. It is me. It's Monday. This is a new thing. I did say that I would be doing this. I said it on a live stream a few times, so I really have to do it. Hi. Hi, everyone. So yes, MJ, yes, on a Monday night. I've been threatening for a while to be a real streamer. And I said last week a couple of times on stream that I wanted to go live in the afternoons. And so today was it. I figured Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays, I can stream in the afternoons. And then Wednesday mornings, I do my reading. So that way we're not losing anything. But I damn near, y'all are here now. You guys all know. I damn near didn't go live again today. Today really fucking sucks. You're right, Stingy. We got some really horrible news that our dear friend died. Jeff, Legal Vices, is the reason that I started streaming. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have gotten a mic and a camera. I was on stream with him the first time I ever went on a live stream. I got I got shit-faced. I handled myself brilliantly. We had a wonderful time. I got shit-faced when I finally got up to go pee on my way back. All the whiskey that I'd been drinking hit me in one go. I tripped over the tripod holding the camera, which knocked the camera over, so it was showing my roof, my ceiling, and I proceeded to fall over the ottoman and pass out. I passed out cold. And yeah, that was my first ever live stream. And it was a blast. It's one of my favorite memories, even though I cannot remember that much of that stream. It's one of my favorite memories. Jeff was and always will be the only man I ever simped for. He was a beautiful guy. He really was. And he created a group, a community, a family. We called ourselves the Vice Squad. Us mods were the Vice's Mod Squad, which is bloody brilliant and something I'll always be proud to be a part of. I really didn't want to go when I found out. I didn't want to go live, but we've been hanging out in the Vice's Discord since the news broke. And there's a whole lot of us who are really, really upset, surprised. But at least he went staying in a beautiful, beautiful suite in a marvelous hotel, places he'd been before and he loved to go to, bragging about the jacuzzi in the center of the hotel room. He was going to go be by himself, rest up, relax, and come back ready to do Maudie Christmas this Friday, which is another thing that he did that no one else did. He had us mods on. He'd have a proper stream just for us mods every Christmas, so that we could come on and we could meet each other, we could chitty chat, and we could know who we were talking to. So that was going to be this Friday, and it probably won't be this Friday now, but we were talking about it in his mods Discord. We're going to do it. It's the least we can do. We're going to try and figure out who has managing mod on his channel. We know someone out there does. He did Fuck It Fridays too well to not have someone else who could have the power to shut down the stream if need be. So once we figure out who that person is, us mods want to set up a proper wake on his channel. So if we're able to do that, we'll keep everyone informed. Um, I think a wake on his channel with his streamer friends and all of us chatters, I think that would be a very fitting end to his YouTube career. So on that note, I'm going to miss him terribly. But my plan for the Monday, Wednesday, Thursday evening or afternoon for me streams was just to come on here and chat with chat. No stories, no games or anything like that. Just come in and chat with chat. So that's what we're going to do. I'm pretty sure we all know what the topic's going to be. But maybe this way we can kind of reminisce a little bit together and maybe adjust to a world without him together just a little bit. This is not supposed to be a let's grift on Vices by any means. I don't want subs or likes or anything like that. I'm not advertising myself. This is just the first of many Monday chat streams, and it just so happens to have a really horrible topic. When the time comes, I know that we'll have a proper wake for him. I know everyone out there is lost right now. I am too. So yeah, this is not a grifting thing. This is just I'm alone in my house and I hurt really bad. And I know a lot of you guys do too. So what better way to start off my new chat streams than to do it honoring Vices? And because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't know you guys. I wouldn't have had all the fun I've had in the last 3 years. Yeah, and I love you guys. So on that note, it's a widescreen. I've moved the camera. I'm hoping the girls will be cute AF or funny or something while we do this. But I'm going to head over to chat. If you got anything to say, any topics you want to touch on, now's the time. Chuck it in. I will attempt to be a little bit more time friendly with the chats. If you guys know Shenny and I's Sunday streams, this is basically the same format, only it's just me. But what we do on Sundays is we just talk to the chat. And usually we're about 37 minutes behind in the chat because we can't keep up because we keep talking about it. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more caught up with the chat than we tend to be. It's just me talking, so that'll help when the two of us get on a roll. Neither of us shut up. So hopefully there's just one of us. I won't go on quite so long. So on that note, let's get to the chat. Stingy's first in. Today fucking sucks. You're right, bud. It really fucking sucks today. Shenny's agreeing with Stingy, says it royally sucks. AP, good to see ya. How you doing? Hello, Alan Han. Your head and heart ache so much. Mine too. You're the reason. Well, I'm pretty sure it was you, Alan. It might have been Alan69. I can't remember now. But one of the two of you, Alan, said you wished that we could talk. And whichever one of you said it, you're the ones that made me decide that I'm going to go live today and I'm going to do it. So whichever one of you it was, thank you. And yeah, we'll get through it together, Shenny's saying hi to AP, as is Stingy. Stingy, by the way, I did drop you something in Mighty's Discord. It was funny. It's kind of cute. I hope you got a kick out of it. um, Shenny saying, I'm sorry, Alan. The entire community feels this one, and we do. We really feel this one. Hello, MJ. Yes, on a Monday night. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 4 o'clock my time, I'll be here doing this. It just so happens we lost a very dear friend overnight. So if you see a bunch of upset people, the stream is not gonna be a sad one every time. We're just all still kind of reeling. But yeah, you can expect me here Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. And I'll still be doing my Wednesday morning reads. So hello, Cynthia. You're here, I'm here, we're all here. Shenny says she's working, so she'll just keep an eye from there, and you keep an eye on me from here. Oh, Alan, I love you, bud. None of us would know each other if it weren't for him, you know. A lot of streamers wouldn't exist if it weren't for Vices. And yeah, in a moment of ridiculousness, Nicola mentioned that she had ordered a Vices cup, and that she'd gotten, I think it was you, Alan. Yes, it was definitely you, Alan. She got you one too. And I felt so bad because I never bothered to buy any of his stuff because the shipping was absolutely ridiculous. So I went on the stream and I ordered to buy one of everything, and the shipping is insane. So I removed a bunch of stuff. I've got one Legal Vices tea coming. The damn thing cost me 27 and change Canadian, and it cost me 60 and change just to ship it to me. So it's probably the most I will ever spend on a single t-shirt, but fuck it, it's worth it. If it shows up and it's too big, it's going to be my new PJ shirt, you know. If it's a little too tight, because, you know, that can happen too, I'll frame it up and hang it somewhere I can see it all the time. But yeah, I no doubt, no matter how much money I had to spend just to get it shipped here, very, very well worth it. I kept teasing him. He was going to have to buy those things for me, and then we could meet up so that he could give them to me and I could just pay him the shipping fees instead of paying it to Canada Post. But since that won't happen, I've got my t-shirt. It's ordered. It's on the way, and if Canada Post ever decides to start delivering the post again, it'll get here. Cynthia says his first reaction on the other side was probably, oh, for fuck's sakes. I hope he's sitting up there with a great bottle of whiskey and it's Legos. Yeah. Alan says, I was speaking to his son earlier. He didn't know he had a channel until last night. Oh, I kind of thought that was something that Vices would have told him when they saw each other last. Well, I'm very, very glad that he found out, because he's got a lot of hours of video of his dad just being the wonderful guy he was. You know, I saw a picture of the son. He is the spitting image of Jeff. It is scary just how much he looks like Jeff. And it's really good that he was able to find out, because Jeff, he touched a lot of us. And I think it's going to be helpful for his son to see that and to understand just how important he was. MJ says, and knowing you is how I got here. Exactly. See, MJ, you know, you're becoming a part of the chat family with our other channel. And that's what Jeff did. He just started streaming, and a whole bunch of us in his chat, we all made friends. We're known as the Vice Squad. And we all made friends, and because of him, a lot of us started streaming. And yeah, we made friends that we're not gonna lose. We made real lasting friendships that surpassed just internet, and that was because of him. And the community I'm building now, that you're a part of, is I'm hoping to be the same way. That's what I love most about streaming is chatting with all you people, getting to know you, getting to hear your stories, and share jokes. We get to rail on about the ridiculousness that is the world today. Um, and we just get to be, a community together. I, for one, am someone who has health issues. I don't leave the house very often at all. Um, I didn't really have any friends. I had moved far, far away from my family and my friends, uh, for other family members who then moved back to the coast. But I chose to stay here, and that really isolated me. And if it weren't for Jeff, I would still be isolated. But I'm not. I got all of you guys. um, we've all got each other, and that's something that's not just going to disappear, you know. And so I will always be thankful to him for that. And I really do hope that the community that we build here is going to be just as strong, because that's what we need. We're all just alone floating around in this world. So we all need somebody, and then hopefully we can help each other. Alan says it was me. Okay, I thought it was you, but then I didn't want to make a mistake. Cynthia sending hugs to MJ. Oh, and Jenny saying, "Yeah, right. Have you met her?" Yeah. AP has to go in. You're doing pails in the light of the news today. Yeah, it's it's a shitty day, but we all go on, and we're here. So, oh, Jenny's saying finally found the right area to chat from. That's okay. Alan's saying arseholes. I honestly, I yeah, the world sucks, but it is what it is. Shenny's saying, I didn't think he had told his son, but I was remembering him saying he almost let him in on it. Okay. See, for some reason, I thought he had told the son. Um, I'm really glad that he was able to do the watch, the Rolex for his dad, the last visit he had. Um, I missed that one. I didn't even know it was happening till he put out the video thanking you guys. But it's a perfect sign of just how great a community it was that he built. All of the chat donated, and he put the money together and bought his father a Rolex watch, which is something his father never expected he would be able to own in his lifetime. So I'm so proud to be a part of the community that was able to do stuff like that. If it wasn't for Jeff, Zach Anderson would not have gotten anywhere near the publicity that he's gotten. um, Most of us would have never known that an innocent man is sitting in jail. We got to know Zach's family through Jeff and his streams. And there's a huge movement. There's a few movements and charity and whatnot that have all sprung up because of Vices, because he was such a great guy, you know. Alan says, watch your uncle's stream about deliveries to Canada. Very informative. I know, that's on my watch list. It's awesome. I love Runkle. He's literally my next door neighbor. It would be quicker for me to hop in a car and drive to see Runkle than it would for me to hop in a car and drive to see my family in my province. But yeah, he really is. Runkle's the best way to keep up to date on the BS that is Canada. from a legal perspective. He can tell us what we still can and cannot do. Dance, hello. It's so good to see you. It's hard to know what to say at times like these, sad times. Yeah, yeah, it's really tough. Um, yeah, just that. What do you do, right? Cynthia's saying Jeff said on one of his streams that his family doesn't know that he streams on YouTube and other social media. Well, I knew the family didn't know, but for some reason I had it in my mind that he had told the son when he was there last. Hi, Kaiser. Hi, buddy. As sad as it is, and as much as we miss Jeff, we're so lucky to have met him and been a part of it all. Yeah, the Vice Squad will ride on. Our captain has just embarked on a new voyage. That's right. And we will meet him again, you know? It'll take a little while longer for us. But we'll all be there again in the end. And at that point, I can give him the fucking hug that I've always wanted to give him. Alan's saying to Shenny, Swan Lake lady recalls Jeff saying he was going to tell them when he hit 100K. Yeah. I saw he made 85. He was really wanting it on Friday, and he got it long enough to get the picture. So he got to see it. I would really like to see him hit 100K anyway. You know? I would really love to see that. AP saying hello to Kaiser, and as is Alan. He's agreeing 100%. Hello, OG, my buddy. When I pass, I hope you all give a big smile every time you hear somebody say retard. Anytime I hear a dirty dad joke. But not anytime soon, okay? AP's right, Kaiser. Touching words. What you said in the Discord, too. We're not going to let go of each other. Cynthia saying hi to Kaiser. Alan says his son is going to keep Ben informed about the funeral details. Good. Good. Yeah, I would like to see that. Kaiser says, sorry, didn't mean to be a tearjerker. I'm still raw about it. Me too. Me too. I really almost didn't do it until Alan said it'd be nice to be able to chat. And it is. I'm really glad that we're here and that we can do that. You know, I would much rather be on here right now talking to you guys than sitting at home alone. The girls don't know what to do with themselves. But yeah, I figured it was better to be here. We can all sit and we can chat. We can reminisce. We can talk about something completely different. We can go Monty Python on it. But it's better to be here with you guys than just sitting around. Alan says everybody's dropping his link everywhere, so hopefully he'll get to 100K. Good. I'll get on that. As soon as I'm done, I'll get on that. Tim said he told a lot of ghost stories. Should we be worried? Hello, Tim. How you doing? He did tell a lot of ghost stories, and he very much believed in them. He was fairly certain he had one in his home with him. I remember watching the stream. I don't know, for whatever reason, he got a little quiet, and then something slammed, and it startled him, and he went and realized that a door had been slammed shut, and he and the dogs were still in the room together. So, yeah, Jeff, if you're a ghost floating around up there, feel free to come and let me know you're still around. I think that would be totally cool to be haunted by a buddy every now and again. Just have them show up and knock over a glass of water or something. That'd be awesome. And Tim, he also did an amazing reading. He was reading Edgar Allan Poe, and he had such a wonderful, wonderful voice, and the reading of Poe, his stories was beautiful. um, Alan says he definitely had a ghost in there. I know, right? Were you on that one too? I'll never forget. Slam. Yeah, Jenny's saying, I forgot about that. Now I understand the order of messages. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Jenny. You're right. I will miss that mustache. I will definitely miss that mustache. Um, I will also never forget the time a picture of mustacheless Jeff showed up on my Twitter feed because he'd had a barbecue lighting um, incident. uh, oh man, that was a good one. He's lucky that's all he lost. Guys are saying his Poe and Lovecraft streams were the best. They really were. Um, he was a wonderful orator, and he definitely did them justice. He had a face fire. That's exactly what it was. He had a face fire. And his camping trips where he would show us how to cook man meat. Those big, huge bone-in steaks, he just throw them straight down onto the fire. I always wished I could have tried one of his cooked steaks because I could tell he cooked them perfectly. Fucking loony. I know. And so much man meat. There really was. And that first camping trip when we were laughing at him because he's streaming or he's recording and we can hear the traffic in the background. It sounds like a highway running just right there. And he's got these little roped off square area that was his camping site. Just the weirdest thing. I have never seen a campsite quite like that. They do it differently in Korea. Um, I basically I just go and hike into the bush as far as I'm willing to go, and then I set up camp. So that was a very interesting camping trip. I don't think I've ever lived or camped that close to traffic anywhere. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. We've been going for a half an hour. Awesome. I would like to. I don't know. Let's switch it a little bit. I had before I accidentally lost them, and I had to reset my computer. Let me get this going again. I had some videos queued up. Here we go. Yes, we've been going nuts in here in the Vice's Discord. We're also finding out. It looks like with the puppers, we're going to find out who's taking care of them and make sure they're cared for. So if anyone's worried about that, we're all good. We'll make sure that that's taken care of. Ben is all over the Utah side of things. Of course, so is Swan Lake Lady. But I think Ben's going to be our front man, our face for that one. Here we go. Scrolling. Here we go. This one first. Let's let's do that. And then since I'm here, I know JKD Buck, I don't know how he read my mind. But just on Friday's stream, oh, where is it now? I came in at the end of stream as per usual because, 5 a.m. is freaking early for me. And so I was having a hard time getting to his streams, but I managed to make it in for the end. And he saw my message and he responded. And I was just thinking, I was thinking of it. And right as I was thinking of this, JKD Buck sent it to me. Where did I put us? There we go. So I've got my smoking stuff in the way. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. This is the first one. So again, thanks, JKD Buck. It's 5 seconds. It's a whole lot of nothing. And that's it. Just short and sweet. But thanks, JK, for sending it to me so I didn't have to go look. And I don't know how to clip. But now I've got this. So I can listen to it whenever. I was really looking forward to seeing him for a very naughty Christmas. It's in my calendar. I've got alarms set so that I'll remember to get up and get ready in time. And like I said, I really hope that we're able to still pull that off for you guys at some point. I don't think any of us will be ready for it this Friday. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever we figure out in the mods, we'll let everyone know. Like I said, I'm really hoping we can figure out who has the managing mod for his channel so that we can do a wake for him on his channel. Oh no, did I play that for everyone because we didn't hear it? Oh, for Pete's sakes, I'm still having problems with the tech gremlins. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Let's try it again, okay? Oh, and now this is my computer. My computer freezing. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Let's do this one then, if I can make it actually work. Oh, for Pete's sakes, you want me to sign in so I can like the darn thing? I'll like it later. Let me know if you can hear this one. If it plays.
That takes care of the obligatory. Like I said, I'm 25% Irish.
Can you hear
my father's family is Irish, Scottish. Scottish English. My mother is her mother is Lithuanian and her father is Irish. So I'm 25%.
I've only
Irish,
got 4 windows open.
So I'm 100% Irish. And there we go. So we've got everything. We are full Irish tonight, and we're also pickled herring Swedish.
Yes. There we go.
Hey, I managed to find the only thing green in my
Is
closet.
that any better?
And it's not the Hulk. It is
Oh
simply what I
no.
wear when I'm
You've
driving the
lost
combine
me now.
harvester. And yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll close that down. We'll see if my camera will decide to come back. Here's hoping you can hear me. Oh, for Pete's sakes.
Oh, for Pete's sakes. Yes, we
Okay.
can hear
You
you.
can hear me, but my camera's gone.
Right, you're frozen. Send me the links. I will
You
go
wanna
ahead and
just-
bring them up.
Yeah, if you just want to just hang out here for a minute, I'm gonna leave and then I'll come back and hopefully they'll
Okay.
figure it out.
Meantime, send me the link so that I can start and stop.
Okay,
it.
I closed.
Hey,
I closed them.
everybody.
I closed them all so that I could get myself back. So yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. This is the reason that I'm in the background working, and then all of a sudden I've got her in 8 different screens, and I don't know which one is that you guys want me to address, but I'm trying to get her attention, and it was a thing. Here she comes back. I heard her go bing in my ear, and of course.
Thank you so much, Jenny.
Okay, so send me the links, and I will go ahead and pull
Yes.
them up, and then when you hear them, then I'll play them. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'll go back down. Bye.
See, and that's one of many, many things I appreciate Jenny and her friendship for. I thought I'd fixed it. I thought I was able to share a movie, 2 movies the other day. So I thought I'd fixed it. Apparently not. So screw that idea. Someone else can play those memorable things. I will try and get the links up for Shenny, but I can't guarantee that Discord isn't going to play fuckers with me when I'm trying to open it again. Because that's my computer. I don't know if you've all heard of it before or not, but those of you who have been hanging out on my weekend streams with us, I've got tech gremlins, and they don't like me, and they affect anything that takes electricity in my life. So I have got a lot of trouble with this streaming thing because I can't share videos. I thought I had fixed it. I thought I could then still do it. Apparently not. We'll keep working on it. Yeah, I'll keep working on it, and someday I'll be a professional streamer. Someday I'll be a big streamer like all my friends. Kaiser says, I remember his camping trip, and someone was talking about making a fancy steak. Jeff was like, steak only needs 3 ingredients, steak, salt, and fire. And he was adamant on that. He was. Yeah, I would really like to, maybe this summer, before where I live, there's a fire ban before the snow melts. It's just ridiculous. But maybe this year I'll try and do an open fire steak in remembrance of him, because that sure looked good. AB says, go too far in the woods in Korea and it might be North Korea you're camping. That's a good point. That is a very good point, and I hadn't thought of it that way. So maybe just, hiking into the woods over there isn't the best bet. Maybe he was right. Hello, Squab. Does Korea have odd funeral traditions, or do we think it'll be more an American flavor? I'm not certain. From what I've been able to gather, I think they're going to be bringing his body home and having a proper funeral for him in Utah. Like I said, we're all looking. We're all keeping our ears open, and whatever does happen, we'll let everyone know. From the sounds of it, though, they'll be bringing him home so that he can go home and be with his brother and his mom. Alan says, nope, way too early. I got a buddy of mine. I've been spending my daytimes from noon until 3:30 weekdays, my time. I've been spending in with he's an old streamer, but he's a new streamer to me. And I've been hanging out over there, making friends with his chat. And they're really awesome. They're a lot of fun. And today I DM'd him earlier. We were talking anyway. So I DM'd him and said, look, my buddy's passed. And then on his stream today, I shared a link to the Vikings Say Hi video, and Johnny was kind enough to play it. Not the whole thing. He played the best bit, to come to say hi, and then just the silly giggling that ensued. But it was really great. I really appreciate that Johnny played it. And because he played it, there were a few Vice Squad members in Johnny's chat that I hadn't realized they have different, Rumble and YouTube, you get different names and stuff like that. So I hadn't actually realized. But there was 2 or 3 people in there for sure who knew him. And so it was really great to be able to, share with others. Not great that we had to share that news, but it was really great to see that no matter where I stumble in this internet land, I'm going to end up running into Vice Squad members. And yeah, that was really great. Stingy says, Ozzy was going to do an open mic stream on the 27th. I really wanted to chat with him again. His gun show story was great. I can't remember his gun show story offhand. Yeah, offhand, I can't remember it. But I'm sure we'll hear about it again. Like I said, we'll figure something out one way or another. We'll have a proper wake for him. I think it would be really fitting if we could figure out how to do it on his channel for him. But even if we can't, we'll have a proper send off for him. Now you guys are all saying, how many windows do you have? Close some tabs. Audio is roboting. We can hear you. Everyone is Irish on Paddy's Day. Exactly. Exactly. So it looks like Shenny was able to find it on her own. Thank you. Yeah, I should have just said it was Nick's. So let's do this.
That takes care of the obligatory. Like I said, I'm 25% Irish. My father's family is Irish, Scottish. Scottish, English. My mother is her mother is Lithuanian and her father is Irish. So I'm 25% Irish, but today is St. Patrick's Day, so I'm 100% Irish.
100%.
And there we go. So we've got everything. We are full Irish tonight, and we're also pickled herring Swedish.
I love his little words.
I managed to find the only thing green in my closet, and it's not the Hulk. It is simply what I wear when I'm driving the combined harvester. And yeah.
Why do you drive the combine harvester in like April?
Well, I love that they had to say there was.
I use it when I do it. I'm not doing it.
You'd never have thought these two gentlemen were drunk, eh?
It's the only green I have, and the only connection I have with the Irish is probably my ancestors went over there to say hi.
Rape and pillage. To say hi.
Yeah. But,
the Vikings went over to Ireland to say hi.
Yeah, hi! Get down! No.
The Vikings went to Ireland to say hi. Hello.
And he's in the old room.
That's a fancy religion you have there.
You're correct.
Let's
that neon green paint.
We're not doing a recap today because literally nothing happened yesterday, by the way, in case you were wondering.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing happened yesterday. It was a very normal day in court. The Vikings went to Ireland just to say hi. Hello. Hello, Irish people. That is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. The Vikings went to Ireland just to say hi.
I knew I couldn't say all the other words, and my mind blanked totally. Hi.
Oh man. Yeah, that's the reason we are the way we are now, because us Vikings went around the world to say hi to everyone. But that laughter, oh my goodness. Those two on stream together. I don't know which one ended up being able to drink more. I think it was probably pretty close. Jeff might have eked out ahead in the end. But those two sure as shit were fun to watch, eh? And Squab says, so Shenny is Jeff's wife? No, Shenny's basically my work wife. She knew that I'd be she knew that I'd have trouble today. So she said she'd hang in the background. Just in case I needed anything. And as it happens, I did, because my tech gremlins still hate me. So yeah, she's my wife. She's my work wife, and I'm very, very appreciative of her. Oh, there she is saying, no, Squab, not Jeff's wife. We saw eye to eye on a lot, but then sideways on one. Cynthia says, Shinny to the rescue. Exactly. Exactly. Someday I will be a big girl streamer, and I will be able to do all these things on my own. But as it stands at this moment, I am sure glad that I've got a work wife who takes as much care of me as she does. Yeah. AB says, no, just an internet friend. Squab Bob knows Shenny for sure, and I'm pretty sure Squabby was a member of the Vice Squad, at least a part-time member. I don't know how often he got to lives. I didn't get to lives very much this last year. But I know Squabby knew of him. Hello, Neo Dark Matter. How are you doing, buddy? You say gremlins, I say IT job security. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's too bad you're not over here in Canada, because I sure as hell could use some IT help. I'm honestly, I'm here now. My plan, I've been slowly working through everything, going through my PC. I think my best bet at this point, I got a few more things to play with. And then once I think I've got it figured out, I'm going to save the important bits to an external hard drive, and I'm just going to factory reset this bitch. Just fuck it all. Start at square one again. I bought the most skookum gaming computer ever 2-3 years ago. Actually, the reason I bought the good gaming computer was in part also because of Jeff and my decision to start streaming. According to my ex, we were buying it so that we could game together. I was buying it so that we could game together. That never really happened very much at all. But in my mind, I knew it was so that it could help me to stream. So, and the tech gremlins, they hate me. Canada is a tech gremlin. I would agree, except everything here is just so broken. A tech gremlin would probably be a better level to be at than the broken that is Canada right now. AP says Jeff never wanted to get married again. Oh, I know. Yes, he was adamant about that. Yep, once was enough. Cynthia says it's that electric personality of yours. I'll go with that. I'll take it. I'll run with that. It's not that there's tech gremlins and they've got a special hard on for me and ruining anything I touch. It's because I've got such an electric personality. You just can't can't stand up next to this wonderfulness that is me. I'll take it. Thank you, Cynthia. And don't forget a bit of mustache hair. I think you're talking about when it GSP on steak for sure. SPG, the tried and true. Smashy. Oh, I thought that was going to be another, not analogy, another thing for steak preparation. Alan says, I meant too early for a Maudie Xmas on Friday. Yes. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I was really, really looking forward to it. Like I said, I have, in order to remember things that happen in my life because the problems with my memory, I set alarms. I set new alarms every single day. They tell me when I need to get ready, when I need to eat. The cats tell me on their own when they need to be fed, so I don't have one for that. But they remind me to get my stream set up and running to make sure there's no techie gremlins that are going to stop me from going live. And I had a raft of alarms set to remind me to get up, to get out of bed. You better be in the shower by this time. You better be doing makeup at this time. If your hair isn't done by this time, you're in trouble. Oh shit, it's going to be live in an hour. Better start making sure that the camera or the computer's going to work. Oh shit, it's going live in a half hour. Make sure you got everything smoked that you want to smoke. And I'm not certain, but knowing me, more likely than not, I ended up setting an alarm at 5 o'clock because that's when I assumed it was going to start. 5 o'clock my time. So I'm pretty sure I probably set an alarm for the actual time that the stream was going to start too, just to make certain I didn't miss it. But yeah, so this Friday's, I figure it's probably going to be too soon as well. But we'll do it. We'll figure out a way and we'll do it. If we have to go onto someone else's stream, that's not a problem. Thanks to Jeff, there were a whole lot of us streamers created. So yeah, we'll figure it out. And like I said too, if we can't figure out how to stream Awake onto his channel, we'll do it another way. Because there's just too many people. There's too many of us out there in this interweb stuff that knew him and were affected by him. And we've all got stories to tell and memories to share. And we need that outlet, you know. We're going to need something to celebrate him online. So it won't be this Friday. Alan's right. But it will happen. And when we mods have figured it all out, we'll let you guys know. Shenny's saying that day, my little brother broke Jeff. Yes. Further into that video, you can hear him just giggling and he's like holding his hands. He's just giggling away. That was so much fun. So much fun. AP says, what we have once enjoyed deeply, we can never lose. Who brought us together becomes a part of us forever. Unknown. That's beautiful. And that's right. I mean, he may not be walking on this earth anymore, but he built something. He built something fabulous. And it's not going to disappear. You know, we've all got him in our hearts. And we've all got each other. You know, we can all reach out to each other and just keep in touch. Just because he's gone doesn't mean the Vices Squad is gone, you know. So we'll keep everyone up to date as we know what's going on. We'll let you know. Alan says he loved being part Scottish and Irish. I know. What a juxtaposition, eh? And yet it was it worked in him. His son, the post that his son made on Instagram, um, the photo he used was just beautiful. Um, I saw someone cropped it and put it in the Discord. I'm going to try and figure out how I can't get that saved somewhere and print it up. Because it's a beautiful photo in general, and it's a wonderful photo of him. And it's got all his favorite stuff in him. He's got a bottle of whiskey in his hand. He's got his best guitar in his lap, and he's got a wall of whiskeys behind him. So, yeah, I'm going to figure out how to get that. Alan, to say hi, that was funny as fuck. I know. It was so simple. But it's true. I mean, at the end of the day, that is exactly what they did. The Vikings went around to all different parts of the world and they said hi. They shared a little love, took a little bit of payment for it, left some new beings behind in their wake. And yeah, then went on back to where they came from to see about saying hi to the next group of folks. The bestest laughs. Yeah. Yeah, he was not very often we got to see Jeff laugh like that, where he's giggling like a child. Yeah, that was a really great moment. AP says, I was in a meeting when he said that. I started laughing so hard my customer complained and I got a speaking to from my manager the next day. Well, that's what you get. You're not supposed to be listening to streams when you're talking to customers. Come on now. Surprise! Shetty says, I dragged this one kicking and screaming on the normal and make her do things she never thought I'd get her to do. That's very true. That's very true. And, you know, I never would have met Shetty either if it weren't for Jeff, you know, talking us into doing this streaming thing, you know. Same with Mighty. I never would have met Mighty. I never would have met Hayden or Flux, you know. JKD Buck, I can't imagine my life without a JKD Buck and a Stingy, occasionally sending ridiculousness DMs. Stingy more often than not. Stingy sends me interesting photos is what Stingy does. We have a little game we play on the Mighty Meat Discord. And I am so bad at that game that they named it after me. And I won't name it here. If you know, you know. If you don't know and you want to know, DM me and I'll tell you in private. But it's a really fun game. And it's named after me. And I never would have seen it. I never would have known any of the people who play it with me if Jeff hadn't said, hey, you know, why don't you get a camera and mic? You know, let's do this. I did it. Look how easy it is. And he did. He talked a few of us into being streamers. Peggy says Legal Mindset is in Korea and New Jeff. Yes. Oh, and New. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It's the autocorrect, right? Yes. I'm sure he will go live at some point. I don't know. Is he in Korea right now? Because I know he doesn't live there anymore, but he's there on the semi-regular. One of the streams I'm kind of looking forward to will be Meme's next stream, because I'm sure he'll have wonderful things to say about Jeff. But yeah, it's life. Hi, sweets. You know, and and shit happens, but we get through it, right? Shenny's saying, did y'all catch how she was talking IT problems only to mute a slight second, and upon unmute her mic sounds awesome? Did it? Par for the freaking course. It is what it is for IT stuff. It is. It's ridiculousness. I just freaking mute and then unmute, and suddenly tech decides it's going to work better or worse, or depends on its feelings of the moment. Hello, Wild. How you doing, hun? Saying hi, a digger can't stay. Just wanted to drop a few twerking Santas. And there's the twerking Santas. Thank you. I can't show you kids the twerking Santas because StreamYard doesn't know what to do with it. StreamYard just can't handle the Santa twerking. But if you've got a Rumble account, feel free to go. I'm live streaming on Rumble too. And if you go into my live stream on Rumble right now, you too can enjoy the beauty and the fun that is Santa twerking. I thank you, Wild. I thank you a lot. Alan says, I once a fool, twice a fucking idiot. I know. And that's what makes him so great, right? He's another one. I was once told, long ago, I was told, you're lucky you're cute. You get away with a lot of stupid shit. And I think that is just as true of Jeff as it was for me. He ended up managing to boomer shit. And he managed to screw things up, semi-regularly. But he was so damned cute, it just didn't matter. Oh, here we go. See, this is my work wife doing what I can't do. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the twerking Santas. I love that thing. I saw it show up in a Rumble chat. There they are. Yeah. That emote showed up in a Rumble chat maybe a week ago or something, and I saw it and I fell in love, and we've been twerking with Santa ever since. It's my new favorite emote. I was very disappointed to notice the last time I had a Vice's paid membership, I realized that the Baldo emoji was no longer in existence. And that saddens me. That really does, because that was my favorite damned emoji. That freaking, and Valhalla saw it. I don't know how many others of you got to see the first rendition of the Baldo emote. Jeff ended up sticking with the Baldo emote that we all knew and loved because the first version wasn't YouTube friendly. It was a Baldo, just like the one that he used, only it had two hairy ball sacks on either side. And it just had a couple of little hairs, short curlies, because we all heard from Nick how you're supposed to clean away all the hair and shit before you go using a Baldo because it hurts or some such. But I can't remember. I think it's John that makes his or made his emotes. And version 1 was my favorite, and I know Val saw it too because we were laughing hysterically over the two balls hanging out with just short little hairs coming off them. It was something else. Dan says, "Oh, I've been sending all my tech gremlins your way. Sorry about that." Well, yeah, so that's my problem. That's why it's gotten worse lately. I know you were over here on this continent for a while. You sneak them through the border and send them on their way over here. I appreciate you, buddy. Alan says we won't be stuck for someone to stream it. That's for sure. There'll be a whole ton of people clamoring to stream his wake. Like I said, I think it would be really brilliant if we can figure out who can get access to his channel so we can stream it from his channel. But no matter what happens, we will get it done. We'll have a wonderful wake and a wonderful send off. I've got some Shackletons on order. Shackletons, not Shackletons. I've got Shackletons on order. Because Jeff was going to do a deep dive into Ernest Shackleton and his exploits. So hopefully that stuff will show up in time for the wake. That's what I was drinking the night I passed out on his stream with Shackletons. And I'm looking forward to having another bottle of it. AP says, laugh my ass off. Digger talking about computer issues, and mine decided to go full retard and blue screen on me. Oh, and restart. Damn it. Sorry. I know that they get a little over anxious sometimes. They like to share the wealth of tech difficulties. So, mea culpa, I'm sorry. You can send them back this way. I'm getting used to them. Hi, Mr. Q. How you doing, buddy? He's saying good evening, people. Well, welcome. It's this is my new thing. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights at 4 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know where you're at, Mr. Q. I don't know if you're in the middle with the bulk of those good people and Johnny's, but either which way, I'm going to be at least 2 hours earlier than you. But from here on out, 4 p.m. Pacific time, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, I will be doing this. It's just a chat. I'm not going to have any topics. I'm not going to bring any fun videos to show for you guys if I ever figure out how to share videos to you guys. But I won't. I'm going to come completely empty-handed, and these streams will just be chat streams where we can all hang out and do this, shoot the shit. And if it's really boring, it stops early. And if it's really busy, it'll go late. And that's how we'll do it. But it's nice to see you. It's nice to have you see me more. I still don't see you, but you know what I mean. Alan says it was me. I figured. I was pretty sure it was you. Mr. Q says, I don't know anything. Well, that's okay. You don't need to know anything. We're just here because we're bored and we got nothing better to do than just shoot the shit. I'm a little teary-eyed. And there's a bunch of us in here right now. We lost a very dear friend overnight. He passed overnight, and we all found out about it this morning. So if you're wondering who we're talking about Jeff, also known as Legal Vices. It was kind of a shock for all of us. We all loved him very much, and if it weren't for him, I would never have started streaming. So instead of not streaming today and just being miserable by myself, I decided, fuck it, I am going to stream today. I said on live streams a couple of times throughout last week that I would be doing this. And I figured at the end of the day, Jeff's the one that told me to stream. He'd probably be angry with me if I decided to sit in the room by myself and just cry. So we do this instead. And we get to have some fun. AP says, I was just listening to my customer try to talk down to me about something I created and designed for him. Just forgot to hit mute on my mic. And that customer's an asshat. Okay, well, so that's good. It wasn't, no harm, no foul. That's good. Legal Mindset is the one that got Vices into streaming. That's right. That's right. We have Andrew to thank for that. If not for him, Vices never would have done it. If not for him and one of their many drunken escapades in Busan. If it weren't for that, we never would have got a chance to meet Jeff. Um, so yeah, we really lucked out, and I really lucked out too. The only reason I found Nick Rekieta at all was because of the cases he was covering. I've always been a law junkie. I enjoy the law. I like the different nitpicky little bits to the law. And I was really interested in the Rittenhouse case because it was, in effect, putting your Second Amendment on trial. And it could have been a huge, huge thing. So I was looking for people to watch it with, and Law and Cuck is Law and Cuck. So I didn't last there very long. And then I accidentally tripped over this guy called Nick Rekieta. And he was covering it. And I thought, this is great. He's going to cover it every day. He's entertaining to listen to. This is going to be perfect. And then he started bringing other lawyers in, and it just got more and more entertaining. There may or may not have been the occasional drink during those streams. It was wonderful to hear all the different lawyers giving their opinions, discussing things and disagreeing with things. It was so much fun. And when Vices came on and mentioned his channel, I went over there right away before he was even done talking. And I was one of the first subscribers. I think I was the second or third ever paid member for him. I had to beg that man for my wrench. I did. I had to beg him for a wrench, and he gave it to me. And then I was flabbergasted because I had no idea what to do with the wrench. Like, what do you do? The guy gave me all these powers. He had no idea, what I may or may not do with them. But his mod rule was phenomenal, and it's a rule that I stick by with my mods, few though they are. Don't do anything. That's what I want out of my mods. I want you to do nothing. I want you to sit back and enjoy the show. I don't need blocks. I don't need timeouts. I don't need any of that unless it's one of those spam bots, sex bots, or when the trolls come and just, infiltrate and spam the chat to Kingdom Come, because that's happened once before. I don't know how my stream ended up on their radar, but a huge gang of trolls decided to come and join in the chat and just spamming ridiculousness and grossness and what trolls do. And thank God I had mods who were able to get in there and just with that ban hammer, just laying down the law, and they stopped it in very short succession. And I've never had that issue again. I've had trolls come into my streams since then, but never en masse like that. And most of the trolls who come in realize I don't know anything and I've got no sway or pull. And so they either just leave or they end up hanging out too. I know I gained a couple of chatters. One of my reading streams, we got sidetracked talking about medical marijuana, and a couple of trolls came in because I had been in chats on Steel Toe Morning Show. I had been in the chats, and Aaron had read my comments online, or out loud rather. So the trolls going after Steel Toe decided they'd come into my stream because I streamed that morning, just a couple hours after that particular steel toe had ended. So they figured they'd come into my chat and they'd, throw out the Aaron drinks come and the, this, that, and the other thing and really haze me. But it didn't work because I don't know anyone and no one knows me. And their trolling of me in my chat was not going to get them any airtime. They're not going anywhere. But 2 or 3 of them stayed because of the conversation. So that's what I'm hoping will happen for the future. For the most part, trolls that come in, I'm hoping to win them over by my sheer naivete and my good laugh. So here's hoping. But yeah, getting back to the vices and modding, like his rules were the best. Don't do anything unless I tell you to. And it was that easy. And he was able to keep drama out of his chats. He was able to keep drama completely off the stream. And it was always a fun time on his streams, So that's another thing I'm taking from him. Is I'm taking his stream model. I will not allow my mods to do anything at all. AP says, standard IT response. Did you turn it off and back on? I know. Do you know how many times I've turned off and turned back on my PC in the last 3 months? How many times I've done hard resets on my router, although not proper hard resets, because I found out a few days ago talking to my internet provider that a reset on a router works best if you disattach the coaxial cable. So I didn't know that, but apparently it works better if you undo everything and then you do a hard reset. So now I know. But I learned from the IT crowd, the original IT crowd. First thing you do is check to make sure it's plugged in. Second thing you do is you turn it off and then you turn it back on again. And after that, you usually start to swear. Neo's saying wild saffron cute. Yeah, that's those twerking Santas. I loved it. Alan's saying I never noticed it was away. That was like 15 minutes ago. I'm not sure what it was that you didn't notice was away. Yeah, okay. I'm seeing the next one. I never noticed it was the way you're talking about the Baldo emoji. I know. I did because I was so excited. I got the notification that I was gifted a Vice's membership. I'm like, fuck yeah. I get to go back in and I get to use my Baldo emoji and it's so much fun. And I got in there and it wasn't there. It wasn't there anymore. So my guess is he just quietly on the down low took it out of the emojis list when the whole Ricada thing blew up. That's my guess. And it's too bad because that was really my favorite emoji. Although that twerking Santa is a close runner-up. I'd say twerking Santa's number 3. His Baldo emoji was number 2. And the Baldo emoji he never used is my favorite emoji of all time. If anyone else saw the one with the balls in, let me know. As far as I know, it was just Val and I. Valhalla and I got to see that one, and it was awesome. Oh, see, hi David, good to see you. Yeah, Jeff removed the Baldo emoji after the Ricada incident. That's kind of what I figured. When I realized it wasn't there after the disappointment had gone away, I figured that was exactly it. He got rid of it before any Ricada trolls could come in and start being dicks. Sammy, how you doing? Says, hey Diggs, checking in real quick, running around feeding the meow machines and doing trash stuff. Fair enough. And I'm only 11 minutes behind, Sammy, so you can see I'm doing good. These afternoon chat streams with me is I'm going to do my best to stay within 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Let's say that. Well, 15, 20 minutes within chats. Okay. And you can keep track of that for me. Have fun taking out the trash. Wild says, I'm back. Hope you're having a good time. And sends another Santa twerk. Fucking A. I am. I'm having a great time. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, everyone, for being here. like I said, I was doing this anyways. I had said aloud on streams that I was doing this today. So I was going to do it anyway. It just really, really sucks that we had to lose Jeff. But I'm glad that I did do this anyways because this has been really nice. I haven't bawled. A few tears have come, but I haven't bawled. We're having fun reminiscing and just shooting the shit. And I really appreciate you guys for being here because it's much better to do this with people than do it alone. So, Mr. Q saying, "Oh, sorry." Yeah, thank you. It's a thing. All of LawTube is kind of in an uproar at the moment. Ricada might have been the law pope, but Vices was our law rats, and he's the one that kept the peace, kept the fun. So he'll be missed. MJ saying hi to Sammy, and Wild saying prayers for Jeff. Thank you. Thank you. Trish Jack's mom. Being Scots Irish is a good thing. I woke up this morning to know Jeff. I'd listened early for me and was very sad. And then I heard the news a couple hours later. That was me too. I remember him saying on Friday's stream that he was taking himself off to that little mini vacation. And I couldn't remember if he said that he would be taking Monday off or not. So when he wasn't on this morning, I just assumed that he was taking the Monday off for his little vacation and he'd be back tomorrow. So I wasn't really worried that there wasn't a Jeff stream. It wasn't until Kurt Uncivil Law went live. And I caught it just as he went live. And yeah, it was a shock. I didn't believe it. One of Kurt's mods accidentally timed me out. I don't know if it was accidental or on purpose. I'm assuming accidental because I very quickly came back and wasn't timed out again. Also, one of his other mods responded to me telling me that it really was true, that it really had happened. So yeah, it's a shock. It's a real shock. Wild says, I found it interesting he was a maritime lawyer and surprised so many people were interested too. Yeah. Bless you, Jeff. Be at peace and prayers for his family. Thank you, Wild. I loved that he was... Here's another one. Here's another great thing that Jeff taught me. I would have spent my entire life without knowing what degloving was. But Jeff taught us. He taught us and he showed us videos of those ropes, those ginormous ropes snapping. Taught us exactly what happened when one of those ropes accidentally made contact with the human body while snapping. Degloving is very accurate. So yeah, I learned an awful lot of stuff about maritime law that I wouldn't have known otherwise. I've always been a history buff, so when he brought up Shackleton the first time, it was great. And he was able to give us some insights, that he wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Yeah, I'll miss Maritime Monday. My life changed. My life schedule changed. So I wasn't able to catch his live streams. Back in September, my life changed again. After being together for 7 years, my man and I split. And that was really hard. But one of the good things that came from it, from the split, was that I was able to start getting up for Jeff again. And I was doing it. I was getting up. I was usually coming in at the tail end of it. I'm not at the point of being able to get up at 5 a.m. yet. But I was able to start getting in there at the tail ends. And recently he streamed all day. I think it was the Sarah Boone, whatever it was, sentencing. I think it might have been, but either way, he was streaming during the day, and that was wonderful because I was able to spend the morning and the day hanging out with all you guys, which I hadn't been able to do for ages. So yeah, it was really cool. I was really looking forward to being able to wake up with Jeff again, because that was always a good way to wake up. Mr. Q says, what does Canada know about Second Amendment rights? Did Trudeau take away your guns and force you to use slingshots and sticks? Well, Canadians know a lot about Second Amendment rights because we see what is done to us as populace when we don't have Second Amendment type rights. He has banned handguns. That was a while back now. They've spent billions with a B, billions of dollars on a federal gun buyback program, and they have bought back 0 guns. Like, I shit you not, billions of Canadian taxpayer dollars have been spent to buy back no guns, not a single one. He also just recently announced some more guns being added to the ban list. And just the other day, I saw a fellow Canuck talking about the most recent spat of shovel bans. Yes, shovels, like you'd use to dig the dirt and play in the garden and stuff. They've added more shovels to the banned shovel list. And while watching that video, I found out that I illegally own 3 shovels, or I guess I own them legally, but they are now illegal shovels. So I don't know what to do with that. I don't know if I'm supposed to expect my government to come knocking on my door and want my shovels. I don't know if they're going to want us to start registering these things. But the shovel that they added to the list most recently was my favorite shovel in the whole wide world. It's the only shovel that you can, in a pinch, use to do anything. It's the rounded edge one that comes to a point, and then on the top where the handle comes out, the 2 sides are actually folded in a flap, which will give your feet something better to connect with when you're digging down into hard dirt. It literally is my favorite shovel. I've done so many projects with just that kind of a shovel. Projects that I shouldn't be using that kind of a shovel for, but it worked. And turns out now it's illegal. So I'm going to be making my way out to some of the military surplus stores and whatnot and see if I can't pick up a shovel or 2 before they get taken off the shelves forever. But yeah, we know an awful lot about your Second Amendment rights over there because we wish we had them. That's the same with everything in that Constitution of yours. You have, you've got rights given to you by God that are acknowledged in your written laws. And that is an amazing thing. Sammy's saying, I found Jeff through Nick. He was a goof, so I started watching him, and that's how I met Digger. I know, see? We all met through Jeff, you know? I mean, I met Mighty in Ozzy's chat, but I wouldn't have met Mighty in Ozzy's chat if I hadn't met Ozzy with Jeff or through Jeff. You know, so it's 6 degrees of Jeff when it comes to internet chatters and law tubes. Nick may have started the whole thing, but Jeff's what made it grow. I think he's the one that found the good law tubers that we all know and love. You know, it's sad what's happening with Nick. It's sad that he's made the decisions he's made. But that's one thing I'll always be thankful to Nick for. If it weren't for him, I never would have met Jeff. And I never would have made any of you guys as friends. So I guess, you know, there's that for Nick. I'll give him 1 W. Okay. Just one though. Just one win. Sammy says that's easy. I don't do anything anyways. Well, see, there you go. From now on, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays from 4 p.m. Pacific time, you can hang out here with me. And besides which, you're one of my mods. You're one of my few mods. So if you do want to hang out here, that would be appreciated. Alan says, I never even asked for my wrench. I just woke up, tuned in, and I remember when you got your wrench. I remember we told him to do that. And we told him to do that. And we were so excited, or at least I know I was so excited for his next stream so that you could find out. It was so great. I begged him. I didn't beg him, but I begged. I did a little bit of begging. He really is the only man I'll ever simp for. And he's the first man who gave me a wrench. You know, he was a special person, and I am so glad that I was able to be a part of it. Wild saying, I didn't know you were a longtime member of his channel. I didn't know you were a member of his channel. That's what I was saying earlier. Johnny was so great to play some of that Viking saying hi clip. And there was a few of you guys in the YouTube and the Rumbles who knew who Jeff was. And that was so exciting for me. I've never seen you guys in Jeff's chat. Obviously, you guys haven't seen me in his chat, but we managed to make friends in Johnny's chat. And it turns out we're all still somehow within 6 degrees. We're all attached by Jeff. But yeah, I was one of the first subs for his channel. I was either 2 or 3, and I honestly can't remember which. I know I wasn't 1, but I was either 2 or 3 subs on his channel, and I think it was Stingy and I were kind of. I think it was Stingy. He and I both became members at the same time, and we were the first ones to do it. I think it was Stingy. I can't remember. It might not have been, but either way. So yeah, I was tied for first member, paid member, and I was second or third sub for him. So I've been there since day one with him. Ellen says, talk about being blue. Talk about being blue 20 minutes ago. Oh, you're going to have to remind me. I feel like I know what you're talking about, but my brain isn't pulling it out. Mr. Q says, I don't know about sex bots, but a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I was a sex machine. Well, sex bots are wonderful things. That's how you know you've made it in the YouTube sphere, is when you start getting your own sex bots. I remember when Jeff got his first sex bots. Those were those were fun. Mr. Q says, people who talk about people who do little tiny streams on the internet with less than 10,000 followers is just ick. People who talk about people. Yeah. Well, and I think we're talking about the trolls, right? Yeah, haters are lame. Yeah, we're talking about the trolls. I'm tiny. Like I said, I think the only reason those trolls came to my stream that particular day was because I actually was up in time and commented in a steel toe thing. B, Aaron read my comment live, and C, I happened to be going live for one of my Wednesday reads. So those 3 things combined, the trolls were just woo, ready to go. But I managed to win them all over, or at least I won the 3 over. And that's beautiful for me. I'll take it. AP says drama has no place in a chat. This isn't high school. Exactly. And Jeff was really great about doing that. I think he was better than anyone at staying not involved. Are you meant to be here? Remove. I think she just switched items or like phones or something. But anyways, yeah, I think Jeff was better than anyone at avoiding the drama. He was adamant, no drama in chat, no tearing down people in chat, unless we were watching their case and they were doing something stupid, right? I mean, obviously. But he was really good at making sure that there was no place for the trolls. There was no place for that crap. Sammy says, I gave him some advice on the rackets thing. That might have gotten him to yank the emoji. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah, like I said, I just all of a sudden I noticed it wasn't there anymore. And I assumed that was what it was for, was because of the rackets thing. Sammy says, basically, run, bitch, run. Yeah, basically. Dom, hello, hun. And Dom says, wild. And Wild says hi back. Gigi, hello, hun. And I'm not quite 15 minutes behind, so you might even still be here to hear me saying hello. Just stopping to give a like and taking care of your granddaughter. Oh, good. Good, good. Lots of granddaughter snuggles. That's always fun. Mr. Q says, well, I don't know Jeff, but hail to Jeff. Beloved at rest. Yeah, he was a good man. And I mean, Mr. Q, feel free to head on over to Legal Vices on YouTube and drop him a sub. He on Friday he managed to make 87.5 thousand subs, and we'd really love to get him the 100K. So even if you never knew him, if you wouldn't mind heading over to Legal Vices and just subbing, that would help us tremendously. And the same with anyone who's here and listening and who isn't sub to Vices. Please do that. There. Let's see here. It was like that. There you go. There's his YouTube handle. You can feel free to go and give him a sub. Maybe we can get him that 100K anyway. Alan's saying hi to Gigi. John says, Digger, step 3, call India for technical support. No, I think that would have to be step 5 or 6. I'd be doing an awful lot of crying and hair pulling and stuff before I actually went to India for tech support. Gigi saying hi back to Alan. Dom says, wild. I am not a lawyer, although I will pretend on the internet. But I do like a merry time. Cynthia saying hi to Gigi. Alan says, I just got out of bed and Helen sprang it on me. I thought it was a joke. Yeah, I managed 10 minutes. Well, hey, I'll take it. 10 minutes of playtime is better than nothing, right? Them gremlins we'll figure it out. But yeah, I thought I was shocked because I saw like I said, I saw Jeff wasn't live, but I knew, or I figured that was because he was on that little break. And I was fairly certain he said he wouldn't be streaming today. So I wasn't worried. And then I saw that Kurt went live. And I thought, oh, good, I can catch a Kurt live. And I clicked on it, and then I read the title of the stream. And I didn't believe it. You know, it's Jeff. You know, what the fuck? It's Jeff. But his mods, Kurt's mods were really good. Kurt was awesome. He filled us in. There was another gentleman who lost their son. The name was also in the title. I don't know the name at all. So I have no idea who this son was. You know, my condolences. Losing a child is never good. So I can't imagine. But I didn't want to believe it. And Kurt's mods were gracious and kind. And then I went over to the Vices Discord and everyone was already there. So Kaiser says, hey, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a break and put up a shelf. Fair enough. Hard work is never done. Wild says, I could talk for hours about ships. I have always had a passion for shipping and sailing the Great Lakes. It's an interesting industry. It is. It really is. We never did get to do the sea shanty stream either. That was something Jeff was wanting to do, but then was told that it's likely to get a strike from playing all those songs. So we never got around to doing it. But yeah, that would have been a lot of fun too. Sammy says, all right, I'm done with the trash stuff. Good, good. Did you wash your hands? Wild's laughing. Sammy says, what did they buy with it? What did they buy with what, Sammy? I'm 13 minutes behind now. What did they buy with it? What did they buy with it? I don't know what you're talking about, bud. You can catch me up. I'll go quick. Can't buy back what you've never owned. See, okay, now I know I definitely talked of something and I can't remember what it is. Par for the course with me. And that's why on Shenny and I streams, we tend to have the same conversation multiple times, because we'll talk about something and then you guys will comment about it. And then we'll read the comment about a half an hour later. And then we'll comment on that comment and then so on and so forth. So I can't remember what it is they were buying. And that you can't buy back what you've never owned. You guys will fill me in and I'll get there. Mr. Q says, nice. So your government spent billions of dollars to buy back guns that people just ended up selling to Chicago and Detroit. Well, honestly, Mr. Q, if it makes you feel any better, I bet most of those Canadians ended up having boating accidents with all of their weaponry. I'm fairly certain there was a large swath of boating incidents happening when the handgun ban first happened. So there'll probably be a few more every time they add more guns to the banned gun list. Another boat will sink and another bunch of guns will be at the bottom of the ocean. AP saying, welcome back to Kaiser. Kaiser saying, how is a shovel illegal? I know. Okay, wait a minute. Buyback. Buyback. That's what you guys were talking about. Okay, I'm here. What did they buy with it? A whole shit ton of ad revenue, or ad campaigns. They spent so much money on ad campaigns and this, that, and the other thing, pursuing legislation. But yeah, billions of dollars. I'm certain a lot of those billions ended up in politician pockets. And AP says, can't buy back what you never owned. Now I remember, and now that makes sense. Exactly. If what gun? I don't know. But yes, how is a shovel illegal? I don't know, but apparently they are. They don't want us digging our own gardens or foundations or hidey hole government bunkers or hide from government type bunkers and stuff like that. They don't want us to be able to do anything. Chi-Chi's saying hi to Cynthia. AP spade shovel. Yeah. Okay. So spade. Yeah. Yeah. The big one. Oh, and there's MJ2 saying spade. Dance is saying shovel ban. What the fuck? Has Trudeau have been watching too much of the movie Mystery Men? Honestly, they don't want us to have anything that we could potentially use to help ourselves. They want to make sure that we are all fully 100% reliant upon them. Sammy says, I had to do a project with that shovel just the other day. And isn't it an amazing shovel? You really can do so much with just that one shovel, which is probably why that's the one that they banned, But yeah, don't forget to I've got 3 of them, but the little hand-sized shovels that you use for your potter or your pots and stuff, those have been illegal for a few years apparently. So I don't know why a small little shovel is so deadly that it got onto that list first, but it's Canada. Sammy's saying hi to Biker. And Mr. Q is saying, my nephew has an FFL. Here in the States, he's got the really fun guns, like movie stuff. Oh, cool. I've been a long time fan of the Dragon Man. Is it Dragon Man? You know the guy, the older dude. He's got the wonderful collection of he's got the best military museum probably in the world. Definitely the best one in the world that is privately owned. Dragon Man. Yeah, it's got to be Dragon Man. I'm sure I'm right on that one. But yeah, he's got some fun guns too. Gigi saying, Alan, feel free to message me. I'm not sure I'll be able to sleep tonight. Yeah, I think his Discord's going to be not Alan's, but Jeff's Discord is going to be busy for the next while anyway. AP says they're used to dig holes and create trenches mainly, but a litany of other uses too. Yeah, it was my favorite thing. I dug, I don't know how many garden plots with them. It worked great. Edging, even though it was curved, not flat, I could still do a pretty decent edging job. I used it as a fulcrum to move ginormous boulders out of my my mom's ditch. I broke my back, my low back. I ruined permanently using one of those shovels as a fulcrum to get rid of the biggest boulder I've ever seen. Mr. Q says, time for Canada to take back their guns. Yeah, honestly, I think every time they put another thing on the banned list, more Canucks go out and buy them before they're, gone. I think there's an awful lot of armed Canadians out there. We're just on the down low about it. Sammy says, I guess now I can't accuse Flux anymore. Oh, I forgot about that. You know what? I think at some points we'll get to the point where we can joke about that again. I remember that you were writing a witness statement in that case. And Wild's twerking Santa for me again. Gosh, I love that one. You guys, do you remember what was the name of which John was it that made Jeff's emojis? Like I think he made almost all of Jeff's emojis. John something. And I can't for the life of me remember, but I would like to get a hold of him and see if I can't get access to, at the very least, get access to that Baldo emoji. Even if I'm the only one that can use it, and I can only use it when I'm like emailing myself or something, fair enough. I'd still like to have it. That was a lot of fun. Mr. Q says, I'm in northern Minnesota, got bears in my yard, need my firearms. We'll see. And I'm in the interior BC, and we're the same way. I live in the ghetto, just on the outskirts of town, and we still have herds of deer that come into our yard on the regular. We've got raccoons and coyotes and bears. Oh my, all sorts of wildlife. And those weapons are important. So the fact that they're trying to take away the hunting guns right now is just silly. Dance says, if you want to make me a mod, I will promise to do nothing at all. See? And that's what I like to hear. I will do that, but because of my tech gremlins, if I do that right now, I'm afraid that my computer might say again. Because when I was trying to share that video that didn't share at all, the only things I had open was StreamYard, Discord, and those two videos in tabs. So I closed down everything except for that one tab I was sharing and the StreamYard, and it still hooped me. But I will, Dance. I will add you to my do nothing mod list, okay? I'll appreciate that. Dom says, Canada not see a single gun. Yes. That's unfortunate. I didn't get to see Kyle tonight. I didn't see Kyle at all today in chat. I wasn't really paying attention, so maybe that's why I didn't see Kyle, but I sure did miss seeing him today. AP says, Jeff through Aussie, Nick through Jeff, and mindset. Only follow Jeff and Hayden after that. Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm sub to them all. I I stopped being able to catch Jeff because my schedule didn't allow me to get up that early, and I stopped seeing Hayden because he started getting he wasn't doing his regular slot anymore. He started getting sporadic. Sporadic is the word. And normally I get notifications for stuff like that after the event, because that's the way notifications work, especially in Rumble. I got a notification this morning that I did put up 2 new videos. I put up 2 new videos, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So it took them 24 to 48 hours before they decided to let anyone else know that I was live. So, and then YouTube is so hit or miss. So yeah, I haven't been watching much of anyone lately. But yeah, I was finally getting up in time to catch at least the end of Jeff's streams. So that was awesome. I really appreciated it. And I really appreciate JKD Buck, because he gave me that short. It's like 5 seconds. It's a 5-second clip, but it's Jeff responding to my comment about Shackleton's on his Friday stream, the last stream he did. It was very short, very sweet, and I am going to hang on to that clip forever and ever. Alan says, thanks for begging. Gigi says, I'm sorry I haven't been able to join you, Digger. That's okay, Gigi. That's fine. I mean, we've all got life, right? Things happen. We all get busy. Like I was saying, my schedule changed so that I couldn't be up for Jeff's streams anymore. I haven't been a regular attendee of a live stream of Jeff's for a very long time. Just, life happens. But we're out there, and we're all able to reach out to each other. So at the end of the day, that's the big thing. We may have lost Jeff, but we haven't lost each other. And even if we don't get to see each other all the time, we know we're out there. Dom says, Wild, do you bounce in your chair when you do that, or do you stand up first? And Alan says, I was his 11th sub. AB says, Mighty through Hayden's chat as well. Yep. Gigi says, you were way up there. When I found Jeff, he wasn't monetized yet. I know. Yeah, I was. I really was one of the first. He was on that first stream with Nick, and that was it. He had me. His voice, his eyes, that mustache, and that smile, and I was hooked. He really was the only man I've ever simped for. I didn't even know quite what that word meant, so I had to look it up to make sure I was right before I used it the first time. But yeah, when I first saw him on Nick's stream, that was it. I knew he was someone that I was going to have to pay attention to. So yeah, I went right over and subscribed to him right away. There was a few of us that were there right from the get-go. Alan, Flux, Val, the other Alan, Rose, and there was a whole bunch of us that were right there with them for the whole event. And it was a very fun ride with Jeff. Wild says, I don't chat a lot. I usually lurk and listen while doing stuff. Gotcha. So that's how I didn't know that you were one of us. That's so cool. Who knows? We may have shitty chatted with each other at some point and not even known that we'd done it because it was so far back. Sammy, you're pulling a Digger. Don't be a Digger, guys. Switch from top chat to live chat, please. That way you get to see all the comments and not just the ones that you two deems important. It's much, much better that way. Dom's saying, Wild, I was just talking about the twerking. Gigi says to Alan, cool. Y'all were all there when I got there. Yeah. And Wild saying, you can't sit and twerk. That's probably the closest I'd ever get to a successful twerk, as if I was sitting to try to do it. I'm clumsy. Alan says, Maud, I feel naked without my wrench. I know, right? I was so proud of that wrench. Oh my goodness. I loved it so much. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. I'll go back here. Okay, I'm still moving. Everything is good. Everything is good. We just need to wait for the chat to decide to show up. Let's see, I will do that. And then I can come back here with you guys and I can still watch that for when the chat decides to show up. Does that do that with you guys, YouTube? When you open a live stream, does it take forever for the chat box to actually show up and produce chat? Because it takes for freaking ever for me. Like now, I'm still waiting for the chat bubble. There we go. Still waiting for the chat bubble to show up on my own stream. There we go. So let's do this. There you go. Oh, I've got to full screen this. Otherwise, it doesn't like me. There we go. You've got yours. You've got yours. Where are we here? Add as moderator. I don't know why you weren't already, Kaiser, but there you are now. You're saying that Jeff is trending on X? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I'm so glad. That's awesome. He really does deserve it, you know. He's a special guy. He really is. There we go. I think, whoops, click. I think I got you all. Yeah, I think I got you all. Okay, good. So there you guys go. I've got 3 more mods, and I love you all to bits. Please, 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 don't ever do a thing. All right. There we go. And I can open this back up, and it says I'm still live, so freaking A. There we go. Well, now you've got a wrench over here now, Alan. So there we go. Wild's twerking for me. Dom says difficult to twerk while seated, I think, but I would watch you try it. It's probably more entertaining to watch me attempt to twerk sitting than it would be to watch me attempt to twerk standing. Not particularly good. I've got 2 left feet. Sammy said, Aaron reads my chats and usually regrets it. Yeah. I have a feeling the only reason Aaron read that particular chat from me was because my name was mentioned in the whole California girl debacle. And so my name was mentioned on the Steel Toe that one stream, and then I made it into, I don't know, I think I made it into a Clipper clip as well. Not me on here, of course, but just my name was read out or mentioned or something. But either which way, that's the only reason Aaron even recognized my name, I'll bet. And I don't know. I think I was making fun of Johnny this most recent time, which is why he read my chat out. I'm pretty sure my comment was making fun of Johnny. That feels right. It may not have been, but it feels right. But I think that's why Aaron decided to read that comment of mine. Mr. Q saying, Kitty, come back. They will come and they will go. I haven't figured out how to get everyone into the shot at all times. Sweets is literally right here. Oh, they'll come and go. Ask and ye shall receive. This here is Boo. Here, Boo. Here. This I know you don't like when I hold you. Can you look up at the camera? That's Boo. This is my boobery. She does not like to be held specifically, but she sure does not like to be far. And then Sweets is on my other side, sitting on a stack of boxes with a pillow on top of it for her. Because they were getting annoyed with each other. They were fighting over this cat stand. They must both realize that this is the one that's in the camera shot. So they started fighting over it, and I had to build a second little kitty nap station on my other side, so they wouldn't fight anymore. You guys, I'm sure back when I had my everything set up the other way, and I was still sitting on the floor. I'm sure you guys got really great views of the cats because they used to like to walk in front of the camera, like right in front of the camera. That was their way of telling me that they needed some sustenance. I do believe that's what they're trying to tell me now as well, that they can wait because they got fed late this morning. I slept in, so they can wait. Alan says he had one rule: don't shit on his guests. Exactly. Don't shit on the guests. And Kaiser says, I've been in a lot of chats and Vices was the most well-behaved. Yeah. And it's not because there weren't any dicks in chat. I mean, I'm a dick. You know? Like there's a bunch of assholes in his Vices squad group. But he was able to keep us all behaving. And we were all always nice to each other, you know? It was something he was able to pull off, and hopefully we'll be able to do that here. But you never know. His Vice Squad was very special. It's still very special. So yeah, I'm not too concerned. I think we'll all be in each other's lives for many, many years to come. And that was me saying at Legal Vices, and then I see that Sammy just a little bit further down actually dropped an actual link, which is way fucking professional. Sammy, come on now, you're showing me up here. So yeah, I guess to my new mods, you guys can sit, you're allowed to drop links too. You can definitely do that. But other than that, don't worry about it unless I tell you to do something. Kaiser says, let's get Jeff to 100K. Fuck yeah. And there's Sammy showing off just how much better at the YouTubes he is than I. MJ said, thanks, Sam. I'm now subscribed. Thank you, MJ. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's all about him. There's a whole lot of us who would be doing completely different things right now if not for him. And actually, you know what I'll do? Can I do that from here? I can't, but oops, nope, don't do that. I don't want to open that. I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it. I swear. Now I got to go back. There we go. The Legal Vices. We're going to pin that one right at the top. So there you go. Now I'm going to close that, minimize that again. And I'm still here. I'm still moving perfectly. Good. It's like I know what I'm doing. Sammy says, funny story. Shenny told me, and the way she worded it, I thought she said you got trolled. I didn't think it was real either. Yeah, I know. I really did not believe it. It was Kurt's voice when I turned his stream on. It was his voice that made me realize that it was real. And I still had to ask the chat a couple of times. But yeah, I didn't believe it at all. He was, no, I didn't have to pee yet. Wash your hands before you touch your wiener. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just thinking washing your hands after you touch garbage is just generally a decent thing to do too. But hey, that's okay. You haven't peed yet. You haven't touched the wiener yet. Go ahead and wander around touching things with your dirty hands. Hello, Cheeseburger. How you doing? Wild's laughing at Dom, saying you got a double mask. Gigi's got to go for a bit. Baby hungry. See y'all soon. All right. See you later, Gigi. Thanks for coming by. And Sammy saying, see you, Gigi. AP says, didn't need Canada to sell any firearms to Chi-Town and Detroit. No. But to be fair, after the handgun ban, I'm fairly certain a whole lot of Canucks were coming to Chi-Town and Detroit to try and buy some back. Because, yeah, that didn't go over particularly well with Canucks either, just banning handguns outright. And Mr. Q says, boating accidents, good. Stock up and fight back. Exactly. I'm saying see you in a bit to Gigi. Wild saying hi to Cheese, and she's twerking at Cheese. Well, she's got Santa twerking at Cheese. Mr. Q says, wait, you're serious? I thought you were using shovels as an acronym for gun. No, I'm dead serious. Actual shovels. Yep. Um, I would grab one to show you just the ridiculousness of it, but you guys all know the little, the little hand shovels that you use in your pots and your small little garden beds and stuff. They're illegal, and I got 3 of them, at least. I've for certain have 3 of them, and they've been illegal for a while now. So I don't know. I don't know when that happened, and I don't know if I'm supposed to expect G men to show up and start pounding on my door looking for my shovels. I don't know what to expect with that. But yeah, I'm dead serious. We really banned shovels, and a lot of shovels. We're adding more to that banned shovel list. And before Canada banned spoons. Yeah, I know, right? It's a spork. The spork is going to be our only means of protection in the end. Peggy says, shovel, I have many. I know, we all do. And it's so funny. What do the farmers do? I don't know. I don't know. Although apparently, I was reading Canadian farmers and 3 of the top agricultural Canadian agricultural groups have banded together to say no to all the UN farming agenda crap. So Canuck farmers are fighting back. I mean, they've been fighting back for ages. They've been, but it's been really on the down low. Now they've actually got 3 huge agricultural companies backing them. So I'm really excited. I live in, well, it's called the Okanagan Valley, and it is the best place to grow anything. Apple orchards were one of the most popular here, right from when the Okanagan Valley was first discovered and developed. We've got vineyards all throughout the Okanagan. We've got cattle, all sorts of ranches and stuff. So I'm really glad to hear it, because I'm hoping that I can find some sources of meat that are grown local and not shot up with a zillion different special things that make us all completely immune to everything. Because my government passed a law that all animals grown for eating have to have a certain something. So I'm hoping that I can find a local farmer rancher that can supply my needs. Oh, there you go. Now you've got the kitties. Lean that way, right? Lean that way. Now you can see them both. Boo absolutely loves that blue tunnel. She shoots it all the time. Absolutely loves it. Sweets, however, prefers the round or the red thing. So yeah, well, there we go. We'll see who can win. We'll see who gets dominion over the cat toy. Let's see. Dom, I haven't forgotten you. I'm not going to try and open Rumble, but I haven't forgotten. Kaiser saying Canadian government must be thinking everyone is Spetsnaz. They allegedly carry sharpened shovels for close combat. I mean, they're starving commies, so they can't have a shovel and a knife. Exactly. That's the thing. It's my favorite. The one that they just added to the banned list is my favorite shovel. Like, I know I'm a complete wackadoodle because I have a favorite shovel. I understand that, and I'm okay with being weird for having a favorite shovel. But one of the many things I loved about that particular shovel is part of my zombie apocalypse plan includes what is called a Shaolin shovel. It is a weapon that Shaolin monks would carry. They would be, of course, using it to do their agriculture and farming, but it was very easy when needed to whip it out, and it's a weapon. Basically, what a Shaolin shovel is one of those spades, like I just described, with the handle, but instead of like the handle on the end, there's a blade, and it's probably about the length of a short sword blade. And so you can quickly go from digging in the dirt to slicing the attacker's throat or beheading them or whatever you need to do. So that's always kind of been that shovel is my go-to for killing zombies. I've got a wonderful French knife. I always figured I'd just duct tape it to the end of one of those shovels. So yeah, but they really don't. They don't want us to be able to access anything that will make it easier for civilians to survive without daddy government. And the fact that the shovel ban is so on the down low is ridiculous too. Like, Canadians don't even realize just how few rights we have left because they do it on the down low, and no one's going to find out until such time as, we're fucking around and finding out, and the government comes down on everyone. So, Sammy, yes, laugh my fucking ass off. Those shovels are great. I broke my back using one. I did, and it is great. I was not using it for the purpose with which it was intended. I was using it as a fulcrum or like crowbar sort of a thing. And it worked like a hot damn, and it moved every other damned rock. It just refused to move that one. Sammy says, I still have the affidavit I wrote up. That's awesome. I was wondering about that. Did that ever actually happen, or did we not get it thrown together? But I remember helping you write up the affidavit about Flux killing Jeff, throwing him off the cliff. I remember helping you write it. Oh, it was Byrne. Okay, John Byrne. Okay, I'm going to have to try and reach out to him. See if he can't send me the Baldo. The Baldo emoji. And then maybe someday if I am ever monetized or something, I too can have a Baldo emoji. Cheese says, sorry, I'm distracted by football, but I love you guys. Aw, well, thank you, Cheesy. I understand the Vikings are playing. That's why Aaron went early. Hopefully your team is winning. They're making many touchdowns and stuff. I don't know anything about your football. Canadian football is what I know about. So, but raw Vikings, or whoever your team is. AP says, Mr. Q, I'm in Southeast Minnesota, 30 minutes away from Detroit. I also need my firearms. Definitely. Definitely. Although, I have to say, Mighty and his history of Detroit streams, I would really like to see Detroit someday. I really would. I will take his advice and make sure that I have an actual person who lives in Detroit with me when I go and explore and discover. But it's definitely a very interesting town, and I'd love to go and tour some of the old buildings and stuff. She says Mr. Q is a good guy. Yes, he is. And she says it twice, so I'm guessing that he's using the Rumble app, because apparently the reason we're seeing the double comments in Rumble is if you are an Android user using the Rumble app. Apparently that's the reason for the double comments, and why it's not affecting me, for example, and other people are okay, but some people are getting the double comment. It's specifically, you have to have an Android and you have to be using the app on the Android. Tom says, geez, how about them Cowboys? You smartass. Sammy says, I have Rumble reasons for mine. Okay. I've got Rumble reasons for mine. I don't know what yours is. While saying, cheese, I'm sitting next to hubby. He's watching the Vikings game too. Kaiser says, well, guys, yeah, okay, I saw that when I was on the other thing. Jeff is trending on X. That's brilliant. Sammy's saying crazy. And Cheese says, I see Kyle every day. He works right next to me. Well, that's good. I didn't see Kyle today, but I wasn't really paying attention. But I did not see the shovel ban coming. I did not see it coming at all. Alan says, cool to Kaiser. Shenny says, me too. I got my notices this morning also. I know, right? Like, look, come on, Rumble. I mean, you're the alternate platform, all things considered. The least you could do was get notifications out, within an hour. YouTube never gets them out on time, but at least they get them out 9 times out of 10. I get a YouTube notification before the stream it's notifying me about has ended. Rumble doesn't give you a shot. She says, fuck the Cowboys and the Stars. And Dom's laughing. Par for the course. Sammy saying, cheese, did Cheddar Chubbs get his bloody? Lols? Oh, no. I know Cheddar Chubbs is Aaron. What's his bloody? Why is he bleeding? Or is it like a Bloody Mary or something? Wild says, don't talk bad about the Cowboys. So we know where your allegiance is. Quantum Gut Feeling, good to see you. I'm new here, checking in from Central Saskatchewan, and hope you're all feeling blessed tonight. Well, hello, Saskatchewan. I'm BC. Good to see you. I have been in Saskatchewan before. We road tripped on a yellow school bus from just outside of Vancouver, BC, and we made it we went a couple towns further than Saskatoon. And it was an absolute blast, even though it was a whole bunch of kids from band camp on a yellow school bus for days and days of nothing but driving. But I loved it. It's very nice out there. And apparently you guys have got some really great real estate out there too. I say that because I've got two separate friends who've recently moved to Saskatchewan, one from BC and one from Alberta, because the the property tax or the property cost is so much lower there. I do hope you Saskatchewan, you folks do know that when the secession happens, and it probably will now. Alberta and BC, we want you to come with us. I hope you understand that we love you, and we need you, and we appreciate you more than Ottawa ever will. So just keep that in mind when the time comes. Alan saying, welcome to Quantum. We're glad you made it, Quantum. See, everyone's saying hi. See, I like that. I like that. And you know why we can do stuff be nice like that? Because we all met in Jeff's chat and we saw what a proper chat should act like, While saying Chiefs was the hero, possibly single-handedly ensured the Vikings win. Oh, really? I'd like to know that. Or know how he did that. Dom saying, Wild, I didn't, and I won't say anything about organized sports entertainment in general. We certainly should not spend more money on health and mental health care. Well, of course, everything has to go to the footballers, right? Jesus cheersing. And Sammy says, as long as they get bigger. I don't know what that was either. Oh my goodness, Sammy, I'm horrible. I'm that far behind again. Mr. Q saying AP, damn, that's too close to hell for me. Yeah. And Dom saying bigger for digger. Heck yeah. Oh, are we talking about the Baldo emoji? I'll take that bigger too. I loved that emoji. It was so much fun. She says, yes, Sam, I put it on his doorstep. Oh. You delivered food to Aaron, eh? I'm guessing that's what you did. You delivered some food or maybe some booze to Aaron's door so he didn't have to leave, thereby jinxing the game. I appreciate that too, Cheese. Kaiser saying thanks, and Alan saying thank you, darling, and Quantum saying cats. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad you guys were here and I could actually do that. I have kept my mods to a very tiny little number because of all the ridiculous hoo-ha that went on with a certain friend who liked to say boo and tweet. I think you'll get. I think you guys, if you know, you know, and I think you guys will figure out what I'm talking about. But when all that shit happened, I got rid of all of my mods, save 3, um, and yeah, I hadn't thought to do anyone else, but you guys are definitely. You guys are good guys, and I know you know the rules. I know you'll follow Jeff's rules over here as well. Do nothing and don't talk bad about the guests. So, AP says Mr. Q Detroit actually isn't that bad outside a few neighborhoods. Flint and Inkster are much worse. Yeah, apparently, we have our own Flint, Michigan, only it's in Manitoba. Um, but apparently, it's been without drinkable water um, forever and ever. Amen. Very much like Flint. Um, so I found that interesting to find out. I think it's pretty close to the border too, so that might be part of it. Mr. Q saying good evening to everyone. And Kaiser says, you know, he'd have some snarky remark about trending now of all times. No doubt, eh? For fuck's sakes. All the hard work, all the fuck it Fridays, all the everything that he did, and it takes him dying to finally trend on X, eh? Oh man, par for the course. Alan agrees. I would go check that, but apparently your trending and my trending is different because we live in different countries. So when you guys post your, you know, the funny trending page that ends up saying something they didn't mean for it to say, um, I keep going to look for it, but it's never on my trending page because I'm a Canuck. So I am very glad that he's trending. Very, very glad. He deserves it. She says, if you ever give me a wrench, I will disappear forever. Well, and we can't have that, Cheese. You're here. We like you here. We like to keep you here. So I won't give you a wrench. I promise. And Wild saying, oh, Kitty, I know. They're an awful lot of fun. So yeah, that's one of the things I love most about the streaming is other people get to enjoy my girls just as much as I do because they're a hoot and a half. Um, I don't know if you can tell. I don't even know which side is left and right for you guys, so I won't do that. But we've got the brand new cat. No, you can't see the screen that I'm pointing at because that would be. I haven't even done a dab. Shut up, Sammy. I have not done a dab. I am just that thick naturally, but I'm cute, so I can get away with it. Anyways, let's see if I can do that. Okay. That cat stand there, the green one, that's brand new. That was purchased with the Buy Me a Coffee money that I have received thus far. And the girls really thoroughly appreciate it and love that thing. Yeah, that one right there, that is the old cat stand. The center of the inside of that hoop is booze specifically. But what they do is from that thing there, they jump onto my bookshelf right there, and then they jump onto what is my pantry, but you can't see it. And from there, they've got the run of the whole kitchen on top of the cupboards. So they run back and forth across there too. So what's in the works is perhaps another shelf over the window right beside me here. And then they can come from that shelf onto the microwave, which is literally on the edge right beside the table that I'm sitting at. So I'm still debating it though, because if I do that, that might seem like an invitation for them to come onto the table itself, and we don't want that. So I'm debating, but they do between like starting in this corner of the house, they can run off ground. They can be off the ground for almost the entirety of this room. And they love to make use of it. Now, Alan is dropping Kaiser's YouTube. Perfect. That's what I want to see. And apparently, Shenny was listening. Joe Biden is dead. Rip Jeff. Justin Trudeau. Trans. Constitutional amendment. I like that. Oh, I love that. Aw. That's awesome. Email fan photos too. Oh, thank you, Shenny. Thank you. Aw. Well, thank you. I'm glad you were able to show that to me so I could enjoy it too. That's awesome. Thanks, hon. Thanks. I appreciate that. So Alan's dropping Kaiser's link. Please do go and subscribe. He does all stuff movie related. He also has an encyclopedic knowledge of all things alien. He's a whole lot of fun. So you better go and check him out, especially now because he's a mod. I mean, come on, you've got to go and support my mods, right? Or whatever it is, whatever it takes, just go on over and subscribe to Kaiser, please. Also, yes, Alan's also dropped another link for Vices. I have faith. If he's trending on X, for Pete's sakes, we can get him his 100K and we can get that play button and have it sent off to his family. I think we can do that. I have faith. OG is back for a few. It's another break time. Good to see you again. And hello, Danielle Little D. Hello, how you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you. Hiya. Aw, this is really fun, you guys. I've been having a lot of fun. It's only 2.5 hours in, too. I mean, this has been really great and easy for my first ever chat stream. I appreciate you guys so much. It sucks that we're here because of Jeff, but thanks for being here. And it's also been great because I didn't have to just sit in my hovel and cry all alone. We can all hang out together. So it's really nice to see you. It's been a minute. Sammy says, no, everybody likes garbage. Well, even if they don't like garbage, everybody's going to like the garbage because you touched garbage onto everything in your home. So at the very least, you and your mom will like garbage, which might be a good thing anyways, you know. Alan saying hi to Danielle. And Sammy saying, just not on their wieners. Well, exactly. Fair enough. Fair enough. Trash everywhere except the wieners. No wieners. David Nelson saying hi to Danielle. Sammy saying hi. Danielle saying hi back. OG says, I relish when my wiener is in a pair of buns. Ba-dum-dum-ting. Sammy's saying, would Jeff appreciate you saying they're illegal and I have 3 of them? I think he would. I think he'd get a kick out of that. Also, I was so looking forward to a Maudie Christmas this Friday. A little while back, a few months ago now, I was downtown and there was a record, like a vinyl store that I like to peek in every now and again. So I peeked in and I was able to buy for a whopping $10 Canadian, I got my hands on a vinyl copy of that Tiffany album, the one where they did the video, they shot the video in the Utah Mall, and Jeff was one of the people in the crowd in the Utah Mall. I found that on vinyl, so I bought it, and I was going to bring it out to show Jeff. I thought it would be cool if we could try and play Spot the Jeff, because there's some crowd shots from that video. We could see if he was in there. So I was looking forward to bringing that on for a Maudie Christmas, but what can you do when you live in a shoe, right? I'm going to have to just take myself completely out of the frame for these girls. AP says, I know a Canada American that buys his guns local to me and takes them back to Canada. No idea how he did that. I don't know either. Probably has a lot to do with disassembling a lot of different things. Maybe shipping them as separate parts. Don't know. But he's a smart man. Danielle says, hey, Sammy, don't know how to type it out. You know what I do, Danielle? I copy and paste it. So I just copy it. And thankfully, I copy it the once. And then as long as I don't have to copy and to paste anything else, I can just at him all day long and annoy the piss out of him. So feel free to use that if you'd like. And then I saw Shenny's got something. I'll add it back to the stage here. Oops, soda. Now, wait a minute. Soda? Oh. It's squinting really hard at it. OG says, I heard Trudeau say Canadians do not have the right to protect themselves with firearms in their houses. He did say that. So I guess he's recommending his favorite of putting on blackface to scare off intruders. Well, I don't know if he recommended that specifically, but he did say we do not have the right to protect ourselves with firearms in our own homes. In fact, if I were to go to sleep tonight and some guy broke into my house with a gun and threatened to use it on me, and I somehow miraculously managed to get the gun from him and use it on him instead, even though he's the one that broke in, he's the one that brought the gun, he threatened me first, I would be the one in jail facing murder charges because I do not have the right to protect myself. So as far as Trudeau's concerned, I should either A, shut up, lay there, take whatever he wants to give and hope like hell he doesn't shoot me. Or, I don't know, maybe blackface will help. I don't know what he thinks we're supposed to do because the RCMP sure shit aren't able to do it. We share, I think there's 4 or 8 RCMP members, but they cover a huge part of the Okanagan. It's a huge valley. The Okanagan Valley is huge. And we've got like 4 or 8 cops that have to cover a huge portion of that. So there's rarely cops in town unless there's actually something happening. It's absolutely ridiculous. The thought that we're supposed to just lay there and cross our fingers that the police will make it in time to save me is just utter stupidity. So I don't know what he thinks we should do, but it's not. He's in the wrong. Alan's asking Danielle if she's okay. Yeah, I hope you're okay. I hope you've made it into the Vices Discord at some point today. I know that really helped me. I'm really glad that I had that place to go to once I heard from Kurt and realized it was true. I'm glad you guys were there. I'm glad we had that space to be in. Sammy says, I'm not upside down. You're upside down. Well, I hope I'm not upside down. It doesn't look like I'm upside down now, but I might have been. Who knows? Danielle says, no, not at all. My heart is broken. I know. I think we're all in that kind of boat right now. It doesn't feel real. Yeah. Not at all. Just talked to him literally 2 days ago. I know, Danielle. That's like me. I managed to catch the tail end of his stream on Friday, and he had mentioned he was going to be doing the Shackleton deep dive. So I said, well, I'll have to order some more Shackletons for it. And he saw that comment, and he was able to say hi to me really quickly. The whole clip is like 5 seconds. It's nothing. But JKD Buck was able to get that, pardon me, and send it over to me. And I love it because he sounds like him, right? He sounds like him. And yeah, I'm not quite certain that it's like, I know it's real, but I know it's going to hit. It's going to come back and hit me a bunch still. Neo Dark Matter says, sorry, who is whipping it out? I think I was talking about whipping out the Shaolin shovel. That's what I was whipping out. So that it's me. I'm at fault. I was whipping it out. Daniel says, I'm so glad I did. Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't, did Canadians forget they can vote? No, no, no. We know we can vote, but shortly after Trudeau got in, he did for us something that Canadians had been begging for a very long time. He finally had a vote to adjust how we vote in elections. Um, we've been begging for that since I was in middle school, right? Like this is something Canadians have wanted for a very long time. However, because it's Trudeau, um, the way he set up the vote, um, no matter which of the two options we would choose, first past the post or voting for the specific person, not the party. But no matter which way the vote went, he left it open-ended and vague enough that they could, fiddle with it in whatever way they needed to. So that is why the last time we had an election, Trudeau only got 30% of the vote. And now, yes, 30% of the vote is 30% more than I think he deserves. But for the election, he only got 30% of the vote. He's still in power because we have more than just a two-party system. We have multiple parties, and those multiple parties can talk amongst themselves, and they can decide to team up. And then what that happens when they team up, they pool their percentage of the votes together. And if they team up enough of them, they have enough of the percentage together, they get to stay in power. So that's what happened. Trudeau had 30% of the vote, but thanks to Jagmeet, the terrorist, and the NDP party, also the Green Party and the Bloc Québécois, but they're smaller, and the Liberals only needed the NDP to join with them in order to form the minority government. So we can vote, but they fucked the way we vote or the way the votes are counted. So we're hoops no matter what. AP, let me get there. AP says CFL is NFL light. You know more about the NFL than you think. Oh, really? I thought CFL was like a lot different rules wise, but I know that our football field is larger. I'm pretty sure that I might have that backwards now. I'm second guessing myself, but I'm pretty sure it's the CFL has the larger field. But yeah, if it's in general something like the NFL, then yeah, I probably know more than I thought. I did love watching the Canadian football games. We used to go and see the BC Lions play live on the regular. I've got the card still in its package, and now I'm not going to remember the guy's name. He was a famous football player, famous with the BC Lions, and we were able to go and watch his final game live. That was a lot of fun. So I do enjoy watching football if it's kind of important. Like I always watch the Grey Cup. I was always certain to be in the bar with my friends watching the Grey Cup and that sort of thing. But yeah, I never really paid any attention to NFL at all. No, she says, I'm always back to work before my comments get caught up. Sad face. And peace. I'm sorry, OG. I said I was going to do better, and I'm not. I'm sorry. Dom says, I have a weapon that is easy to whip out. Dom says, you can say beheading on YouTube now? Shit, I hope so, because I've said it a few times now. AB says, Detroit is amazing, minus about 5 areas that you should not go to any time of the day, especially at night. All right. I was really impressed with the amount of old architecture still within the city. AP says, even more so because you lack the melanin. Yes, I do. I am definitely melanin deficient. AP says, the giant white-tailed deer in Saskatchewan as well as the mediums. Yes, they're the same size as medium-sized cows. Yes, yes, I do know that they've got some huge deer over there. Oh. Hello, Mr. Beat. You're saying Horror Gorge? How much bigger for Digger? Oh, that's as big as you want to go. Alan says, we'll protect you. I know you guys do. We take care of each other. AP says, y'all have your own Detroit, Alberta as well. Is there a Detroit in Alberta? I didn't know that. I've been all over Alberta. Like, we've traveled all throughout Alberta on family vacations and stuff. I did not know there was a Detroit there. I'll have to go and look that up. Wild's laughing, saying it's okay, Digger. Oh man. I don't know what I did specifically, but it'll come to me or you'll remind me, and either which way we'll figure it out. Hello, Eileen. How you doing, hon? I know. We're all really hooped right now, eh? I'm doing a fuck of a lot better talking though. You guys have helped out a lot. My eyes are pretty much dry now, which is a bonus. I might be able to see out of them when I wake up tomorrow. They may not be swollen shut. So I do appreciate that. Yeah, Alan's telling Island we're all broken. Wild says, you're doing great, Digger. It's fun to just talk without a list of topics. Yeah, Jeff the exception, of course. Yeah, well, like I said, Jeff's the reason that I ever got onto a camera and onto the internet in the first place. If it weren't for him, I never would have done any of this. And if it weren't for him, none of us would have met. So it really, really sucks that he passed. It really sucks. But I had been saying on live streams last week that I would be doing these afternoon streams. And Alan was in the Vices mod squad, the Discord over there. And he had mentioned that it would be nice if we were able to have a place to all talk. So I figured Jeff would probably be more pissed off at me if I didn't stream than if I did. So this is not, this is not a let's grift off of Jeff by any means. But this was the plan. I was going to start streaming on Monday afternoons, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. But either which way, I was planning on doing this anyways. And I figured, better to do this, and we can do some good stuff. We can talk and we can laugh. We were remembering the fire incident and his man meat, his pride in his man meat. And the ghost that slams doors while he's streaming. So we've been able to reminisce quite a bit, and it's quite nice. It's really quite nice. Alan says, I fucking hate that song. It's a pure earworm. Uh-oh, I don't know which song that was. I know I kind of sang a song. I can't remember what it was. I'm sorry, Alan. Wild's got Santa twerking. She's got the candy cane dancing. We got all sorts of goodies happening over in the Rumble chat. And then Dom asks Wild if that's advertising for Preparation H. It might be. It's that itchy bum. See, I can twerk in my seat. Sammy says, I'm on the hunt for a very specific one line for a clip. I'm laughing my ass off in the process. Good. Hi, Cool Frog. How you doing, bud? Dom saying hi to Cool Frog, and Cool Frog saying hi back. Dom says, I would fork them to death. That would be much slower and more painful. Yes, I was talking about the spork. That's all we'll be left with. We'll not be allowed to have anything but a plastic spork. And even with the plastic spork, we'll probably be able to do some damage before we're gone, right? We should be able to take out some of that government. Boink, boink, boink. AP says we have multiple parties as well, but the other ones are very small, basically meaningless. Yeah, and you had other parties like the libertarians and stuff, but um, I was taught you guys were like it was called a two-party system. Um, so you always had the two um, opposing forces. I from what I understood now, I could be totally wrong, and that's not surprising. I'm a Canuck, and my memory is shot. But I was under the impression that, yeah, no, that wouldn't make sense either. I don't know what I was under the impression of, but from what I can remember, we were taught that you guys were a two-party system and we're a multi-party system, and that was one of the biggest differences with us, in relation to who leads us. MJ said Canada needs Yosemite Sam to run for office. That would be nice. He'd probably get a fair few votes too. He's a hunter. He'd get the hunting crowd. Shenny says she said she'd do better with the clock, to which I said, have you met her? Because she talks more than I do. That may or may not be true. The 6:44 and it's 6:49. I'm catching up. So poo on you, Shenny. I caught up. AP says the French Baroque architecture is phenomenal in Detroit. Lost art for sure. I was really surprised. I knew that it was such an industrial city. I didn't think that there'd be as much architecture left as there is. So it was really nice to see. But yeah, the buildings out there are just beautiful. And that I don't know if you were watching that stream, AP, but he was doing his Detroit History of Detroit series, and on one of them we found out that the largest Masonic lodge is based in Detroit. And so Mighty went and did a little wander recording, and the building that is the Masonic lodge in Detroit is it's beautiful. I was thrilled with just how amazing it looked. You guys have kept it up as well, which is quite well. You guys, the Masons are probably the ones to thank for that specific building, but the city in general still has so much of that wonderful old architecture there. I thought for sure would have been gone. I mean, I've heard the horror stories about Detroit growing up, and I figured the good historical buildings would have been long gone. Oh, Tiffany, I know, right? I know. I was so thrilled when I saw that. I was just checking, because that's what you do. You go into the vinyl store and you just see, because you never know what you're going to find, right? And I'm flipping, and all of a sudden I see Tiffany, and it's blue, and I knew that it was that album. And so I opened it up, and there are shots of the crowd from the mall when they taped that video. So yeah, I haven't been able to pick them out myself, but I was looking forward to having fun and bringing it on and saying, here, Jeff, show me in the picture where you are. AP says the two-party is after 200 plus years of other parties not winning. Oh, I gotcha. Because I was curious about that. All of a sudden hearing about the Libertarian Party, and then Trump suddenly he's running independent. Running independent, and or he was thinking of it the first time around. I think he did end up being a Republican when he won the first time. But either which way, I was curious about that, because I didn't understand how you could be a two-party system, but still have these other parties. But that makes sense. They just never win, so you kind of forget that they exist. I do know that you guys, I did know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you guys cannot form minority governments like we can here. I'm pretty sure that that's not allowed in America. And if it isn't, don't allow it. in the future, because that's how we've still got Turdo all these years later. AP says, yeah, my grandfather was a member there. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. And Alan says, my mom's cousin was the Grand Master of Canada in the Masons. Oh, neat. You know what? I think I remember you saying that. I think I remember you saying that. But yeah, I mean, if nothing else, the Masons were beautiful architects. Ba-dum-dum-ting. Yes, Shenny, we're talking about the little redheaded girl who grew up to be a singer. Yeah, she is one of the reasons why as soon as I was 12 years old and I was officially allowed to use hair dye on my hair, Tiffany is why I dyed my hair the shade of red that I do. I loved it. Her, and then there was a story that I was reading, a fiction story that I'd read a zillion times, and the heroine there had the same red hair as Tiffany, and she had green eyes. So I always wished I was a redhead with green eyes, not a strawberry blonde with blue. But yes, yeah, we're talking about Tiffany the singer. Jeff was in the crowd in the mall in Utah when they were filming that video. AP says Whig Party, Quakers, Democrat, Republican Party. Too many to list. Okay, so maybe what I was remembering was just that you can't have the minority government. Oh, Shenny says I used to babysit her. She is so a singer. Alan, you take that back. Tiffany is beautiful. She sang like an angel, or she sings like an angel. I'm pretty sure she's still around. But you take that back. And Shenny, you used to babysit Tiffany. That's cool. That's super cool. Yeah, she was one of my idols when I was little. AP says we have a governor, house, and senate for each state. So technically we have minority governments. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. My hoop, she's a singer. Screw you, Alan. Screw you. You take that back, or I won't listen to you and your sister singing anymore. You take that back, man. Oh. But yeah, so each state technically has a minority government, but they work within them. Because, I mean, we have provinces, and each province has a premier. So it's similar like that. This frog, I wish someday it will disappear again. Showed up about a month ago. Maybe a little longer. And I just can't get rid of it now. It shows up at the weirdest times. But yeah, so we have a similar thing with our provinces. But I don't think at the top federally, I don't think you could have the Libertarian Party link up with, I don't know, do you have a Green Party? And then link up with, say, the Republicans, and all of them together, even though the Republican Party did not get the most amount of votes, those parties could link up together, and between them all, they have the larger percentage of votes. And so that's how they would be elected. That's how it works in Canada. So, like I said, he got 30% of the vote. But the NDP party, the Greens, and the Bloc Québécois joined with them and put their percentage of votes with the Liberals' percentage, which took it over 50 and more than what the Conservative Party had. So that's a minority government. Yes, I mean it too. I do listen to you guys singing that. I love that song. I've always loved that song, and you guys do a beautiful version of it. I do. I go back and listen to it from time to time. It's great. And AP, oh, there we go. Yeah, AP says each state has a constitution as well. It's like an actual. Okay. So how does that work? Because I mean, again, like we've got provinces. We've got rules and regulations per province, but how does each state have a constitution, or do you just use the American Constitution as the framework for each state's constitution? It's interesting. Love you too, bud. There's no law against that in the U.S. for bills. The House and Senate don't elect the president. The president is separate. Yeah. So your president, the election of president is separate. Whereas with us, the varying parties can pool their percentage of the election votes together and thereby keep control, even though the head party didn't get anywhere near enough votes. Oh, Alan, there we go. Hayden's doing a stream in 2 minutes. That sounds perfect. I love it. I'm going to call it then. This is the perfect time. We've been going almost exactly 3 hours. I've had a really great time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting. Thanks for sharing stories about Jeff. I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm going to miss him. And the crying's not over, but I thank you guys because you got me through the hardest bit of it. Yeah. So on that note, thank you guys for being here. I'll see you again Wednesday morning or Wednesday afternoon, Thursday afternoon. And until then, you guys take care of each other. You go hug your loved ones, do what you can, and I'll see you soon, okay?
Change from day to day. Science, art, or history's play. No path too twisted, no trail too thin. She dives right in where to begin. After anything, nothing's too obscure. She'll dig and take a spirit so pure. From ancient lore to future dreams, every question finds its gleam.